What's up, guys? I just wanted to talk about something that I find a lot of people have in sobriety, and kind of two different mindsets that people show up with. And one is a good positive mindset, and one is kind of a negative mindset that keeps people stuck. And it's the gap and the gain mindset. The gap is like looking at things from a point of view that of what I'm missing, the fear of missing out, all those things. And the gain is having that joy of missing out. Right? The gain is uncovering of those wins we have. The gain is, learning to grow and expand and have that growth mindset. And I wanted to kind of relate this to sobriety a little more with some of these kind of acronyms that I came up with that really might help you move forward. So the gap is grieving, avoiding, and punishing, right? So GAP. So grieving is mourning how fun alcohol pretended to give you, the fun it pretended to give you, the things it pretended to give you, the solutions it pretended to solve. You're mourning those things. If you're stuck there, I was stuck there too for a very long time. So you're kind of grieving this whole process of sober living. You could be, A is for avoiding, right? So only seeing how far you have to go, not how far you've come. You're avoiding seeing your wins, avoiding seeing your progress. Those kinds of things are in this gap kind of mentality. And then P is for punishing yourself, right? Beating yourself up, not for not being perfect, or not far enough, or not having so many days. I was stuck there for a long time too, just kind of punishing myself for that. I have a slip up and then I get it caught in that screw it cycle. That's part of the punishing. So grieving, avoiding, punishing, that's kind of the gap thinking. I see a lot of people in sobriety and life in general, right? I was stuck there for many, many years. But so what do we change it? What do we change it? Because how do we change it? Gap is shame, frustration, never enough, right? But we can change it with a gain attitude. And gain stands for gratitude, awareness, identity, and next steps. So if you can have some gratitude today, celebrate the energy, the mornings, the presence you've already gained. Maybe you only have a couple days sober, but celebrate those things. Celebrate the fact that you're actually trying, that you're waking up, you're doing this, and you continue to try. Celebrate, have some gratitude for those things. Write a gratitude list. I mean, that's one of the most important things I've done in my life is just sit there and write down what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my family, grateful for my sobriety. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. You will be surprised how much energy it gives you to have that gratitude list. So gratitude is one of the things that is in this gain mindset. A is for awareness, right? Compare yourself to your starting point, not the finish line, right? You started somewhere. You started maybe, drinking every day, and maybe now you're drinking once a week or whatever. Compare yourself to that. Track those wins. Where did you start, and not the finish line you're looking towards? Yes, it's great to have a plan and have a sober vision, and all these things, but we got to be in the day to day too as well. So let's compare ourselves to our starting point, how far we come, and track those tiny wins over time so that we can get to where we want to go. And then I is for identity, right? Shift into, I'm the kind of person who doesn't eat alcohol. I'm the kind of person who shows up. I'm the kind of person that, keeps the promises to myself. Once you start saying that, once you start living that, once you start putting those expectations on yourself and trying to achieve those, that's where the real shifts are going to come. And then N is for next steps, right? Progress is built one step forward at a time. A lot of times we think that we have to make these huge changes in our life and they're going to be amazing and it's all going to happen at once. It's not true for me, and it's not been true for a lot of the people I work with. Progress is built one tiny habit at a time. In the book Atomic Habits that I've been recommending to people, he talks about these small little wins that are gonna stack up over time, and they kind of get built under the surface. It's kind of like planting a garden, right? You throw the seeds in. Sometimes the soil's good, sometimes the soil's bad. But if you throw the seeds in bad soil, they're not going to grow. So you have to take them out and put them in good soil, and then you have to water them, and you have to take care of them, and then you have to, it takes time to grow. And that's life. You don't go and yell at your garden to start growing because that's not going to work, right? You have to plant in the right season and the right time, and have all these things in place to get there. But they do grow. If you do those right things over time, they're going to start growing and expanding. And, you have a garden at the end. The same with life and sobriety. Your habits are one small habit at a time that grow underneath. And it sucks not seeing the progress. I get it. It sucks not maybe having those huge shifts that a lot of people say they have in early sobriety. But if we keep at it, we keep growing, keep expanding, those things are going to come. And sometimes it seems like it was overnight. It was because you're building those things underneath. So that's kind of the next, looking at those next steps, looking at the progress, what's going to happen tomorrow and moving forward one step at a time. Those are the things that living in this gain is going to give you. And it's going to give you momentum and freedom and confidence to do that. So I just want to kind of express this kind of gap and gain thing that we're talking about. So the gap is again is grieving, avoiding, and punishing. Are you doing those things in your life? Are you grieving alcohol? Are you grieving losing it as the solution to your problems? Or are you avoiding seeing how far you've come and avoiding the problems in your life? And are you punishing and beating yourself up for not being perfect and not far enough? Because that's really how you get stuck in that. And then let's flip it on the other side. Are you going to have some gratitude today? You are going to have some awareness around how far you've come, right? How are you going to have some identity shifts today as well? And are you going to look at the next step of progress and not just completely look at, 30, 60, 90 days, a year from now? Well, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen an hour from now? Those kinds of things are going to keep you in this gain thinking as well. So the shift is simple. Every time you catch yourself in the gap, flip it to that gain thinking, right? That's gratitude, awareness, identity, and next steps. And don't ask why I'm not further ahead. Ask how far have I already come and what's the next step? What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing today? What's the plan? That's how you build sober momentum. That's how you build things in your life that are going to get you to where you want to go. So I just want to throw this out there today. Hopefully it helps you. If it did, you can reply to this email. I'll give you a gap and a gain, kind of a little bit of a worksheet, a PDF if you want that to kind of go through this and track what your mindset is around it and how you can live in that gain thinking so that we can move forward with some sober momentum. Anyways, guys, that's your midday reset today. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you for letting me be your coach, your guide. If you want, I can help you get a sober strategy call. You can jump on a call with me. We can kind of walk through the next 30 days with you, see where you're at, and I can kind of give you some insight where I think you should go. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, I do have some spots open in September for 4 coaching sessions over September. So we can kind of do that, have accountability, plan, work together to do that. If you want to do that, you can either reply to this email and I'll send you the PDF. And if you want to do the coaching, you can book your sober strategy reset call and we can walk through the next 30 days. So anyways, guys, have yourselves a meaningful day. I will see you guys in the next midday reset. We're going to be talking about all sorts of great things on this. So anyways, guys, have yourself a meaningful day. Stay sober, my friends. It's so worth it.